all right. Let's do this trade recap for Monday, July 6, 2020. So, on Friday of last week, I got the idea to swing solo. Solo had broken out from this previous day high on Friday and had closed above that high. And so I took a swing on it, and that trade worked out really well for me, unlike my later trades today. And I still screwed it up a little bit, so let's take a look. So, show trades. Let's see. So I entered here because it was holding that that high from the other day. So $3 was basically that high, and it was holding above the close here and above VWAP. So I went ahead and entered on my lunch period and took that for a swing. If it gapped down, I didn't think it was going to gap down that much. It was pretty strong, so I didn't think I was risking that much. So I took it off in the morning when I woke up, and this exit, yeah, it's good. I made money, but I should have waited. Like I could have used this as risk, and I should have waited to try and get a morning spike when the market opened, and just like it did, and I could have taken a lot bigger profit. So that was my mistake. Messed it up. Now, this was solo that I traded. So the other trade I made was on AYRO, the hot chick of the day. AYRO was also a breakout. It's also in the electric car group, and it came out with news this morning that it had increased its it completed a factory expansion to handle 600 electric vehicles a month. So it was gapping up pretty hard, broke out over this previous day high. Electric car companies were running, like Solo was running, everything was running. But then I did this. This was horrible. This is not how you should be trading. This is all bad. So, let's see. We're going to go through this bit by bit. Oh, man. Let me get this set up right. Okay, first thing in the morning, I don't wake up till 5. I got hit down here like 5:30. I was doing my solo thing, and then I had to figure out what I was going to trade and whatnot. At that point, I think I got up a little late this morning. So I didn't even get up until probably around here. And at this point, it was spiking. All right. I'm supposed to be adding into dips. So I thought maybe this was a dip and it was going to keep going. That's fine. Go ahead and add. Do a starter the C, but you know, it broke. Just get out, cut the loss. It'd be small. I can re-add when I'm actually in a position where I want to be. But I just kept adding. And then, I went ahead and held it into the morning, and I got the spike, and then it cracked. And I took, a loss. I was down as much as I had made on solo. And then I was like, okay, it still was good though. It set a low a day, and then I added and I got out, and I'm supposed to be at this point after it sets this low a day, I need to be risking low of day, and I was just all over the place. And then, ideally, we'll go over where I should have ideally done this, but then so when I got the spike up here, I got this pullback, and then I was this just screwed my emotions so much that I just wasn't trading well anymore. So I got in, I took a small scalp up here, like barely made anything on it. I ended up on this trade, I made 40 cents. Granted, I was green, so that's good, but yeah, terrible trading. Ideally, I would have waited like this. There's no pullback up here, right? There's no real pullback. So my thing is I like to try and buy the break of the downtrend after a lower high and or a double bottom. So even if I had taken it here, okay, I get stopped out. That's fine. So we get this crack, it creates low day, we get this bounce, and then we get a lower high. Well, there you go. There's my downtrend. There's the break of the lower high. I enter here 490. I risk 476, 15 cents. Right now I'm trying to risk $5 per trade. So I think I would have taken close to 50 shares or something like that. 50 shares, taking that. If I just held on, I take probably 50 cents here. So that's $25. And then, I'm I'm in a good mood after that. So we get the break of the down break. It creates another low. It comes off the 50 EMA for the 1 minute chart, and then it goes. And I could have entered anywhere in here risking this. There's a lot of opportunity on this, and what I thought was going to happen happened, but because of how I traded it pre-market and everything I did over here, my emotions were just all messed up. So we're going to work on that. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up, do a little exercise, and do some meditation before I get on the computer. But so those were my trades for Monday. All right. Let's go ahead and go over my trades for July 7th, 2020. And let's just say I did not follow the rules that I said I was going to today. I didn't do anything I said I was going to today. I woke up late. I didn't exercise. I didn't meditate. So that's how my day turned out. Tons of over trading like crazy. So we're going to try and make this quick, but when you trade so damn much, what are you supposed to do? All right. So first up, traded VIVE pre-market. Took this downtrend break. It was breaking out over this day here. I was hoping for a dollar push. Never came. I don't think this ended up pushing it all throughout the day. So one done. That was fine. Next. So when the market opened, I'm trying to pay attention to more stocks at one time. So, all right, there we go. I was looking at this like this. I decided to take a trade on every single one of the stocks that I had up at the time. Let's talk about how that is not helpful. Okay, first up, I entered NVS slightly pre-market. I should have cut here. I said it's like I'm just gonna take a small position and hopefully it rips. Blah, blah, blah. Small starter. I added here. I actually got the pop bag up and then it cracked hard. So got out. Wasn't that bad. I came back to this later in the day and it worked here, but I'm waiting to work. Okay. I had a sell order way up here. So I didn't get a chance to get out of this and I took a loss on it, which is fine. So that was ANVS there. Okay. Now we have AYRO. But I also traded at the very beginning of the day. This trade was excellent, and I was thinking about doing this trade all day. So I had an offering yesterday, and it came back, way back down here, but after hours it pushed up, and it was holding above the close from yesterday. And literally the other day, Alex from My Investing Club on his YouTube live was talking about how they squeeze after that midday offering. The next day they squeeze all the time, and that's exactly what this did. And I wish I would have held on longer, but I got the top of this spike, and then I should have just re-added this bounce off of VWAP or whatnot. But great trade, good trade. So I ended up red on the day after, but I was down $20 at one time, and So I brought myself back. Also traded CRVS. CRVS. You look at this and you know I should have made some money on this. I entered here and it got stopped out. I entered with just a random amount of shares, a random amount of risk. I took a big loss on this at first. Okay, so then I re-enter here, but not with as big a share count, and I do great on that. I took a small scalp here, and I should have played it. I don't know what I was doing. Anyways, this was just a good first green day. It had a ton of volume. I don't remember what the news was. But there you go. Okay. After that, we had a PDSB trade. PDSB was another good trade. This kind of saved me too, because I entered pretty good size on this. Went in, entered again, took it off up here. Quick scalps. There was I got a Discord alert, and it was running, and I was like, this is like the first volume candle in a minute, so took it. Solid trade for me. I don't mind. I didn't look at this at all. After that, we traded CVRS again, and then an AOV. An AOV. I was hoping this was gonna curl. It didn't curl. It stopped out. Small loss. Yippee. And then HEPA. See, I told you I took a shit ton of trades. This trade was set up to work. All I had to do was hold through this, and stopped myself out. Would have been great. Would have been nice gain. Dollar gain. Dollar. Missed a dollar and took a. I don't know if I took a loss or. I think I took a loss mostly on this. So fantastic. And then the NVS trades that you saw me take at work. Those just I was green until I started taking these two trades. I was like, oh, green on the day, I can do it, and it'll go. It didn't go, and I don't remember. There was which I think it was AYRO. If I had just traded AYRO at the same exact time I was making the other trade on AMVS, you know, I could have got the spike that I wanted above VWAP. Now, don't trade at work. It's not worth it. You can't pay attention. You can't analyze anything. So there's that. But those were my trades for Tuesday. Okay, all right. Here is my trade for July 8th, 2020. It's a Wednesday. And I did pretty good today. Only traded one stock, and I traded it pretty well. But as you'll see, unfortunately, I quite missed out. But so we in NKLA, it was bouncing this morning. It was gapping up pre-market on some upgrade news from JP Morgan. As you can see, it had these big, long red days for 3 days after breaking out of this consolidation. And with that good news and the gap up in the morning, I was like, you know, this is pretty much the opposite of a first red day. It's a first green day after, you know, some terrible red days. So I went ahead and hopped in first thing. Got $1 on that, took it off. I was like, okay, cool. Started dipping, added, and then took off 2 here for about 50 cents from there. Then dipped down again, added twice more, took off for another $1 there, and then unfortunately, right as pre-market or right before market open, we get this gigantic spike. This spike happened not in a minute. This spike happened in like 2 seconds. It went to 46.50. Maybe I should have covered there. Maybe not. I don't know. So we get the spike. It gets me super excited. I'm like, this is gonna rip as soon as the market opens. And as you can see, it flushed super hard right into 45. Now 45 held, but it scared me out. Call that inexperience, call that whatever you will. Unfortunately, that was the wrong call, and I never re-entered. And you know, I got my $50 push. That was my price target, was $50, and this pushed up to 51, and then consolidated some more, and ended up finishing up. It made it as high as 55 during market hours and up to 56 after hours. So, you know, the thesis was there again. The thesis is right. My execution fails me a little bit. I should have held through this. I had already locked in gains and I had plenty of room to previous support. So, better luck next time. But progress. All right. Have a nice day. All right, all right, all right. So, this is my trade for July 9th, 2020. And I broke so many rules. It's quick. I took a fat loss. And I will be making a video to cover this whole trade and all the mistakes I made in a different video. All right. All right, all right, all right. So we're going to do a recap of the trades from July 10th, 2020. So to start, I took a trade on UMRX. I was hoping for this multi-day breakout here, and it got it. It popped over, but did not continue. I entered here, got the pop, and then I was hoping for more. I went ahead and moved my stop up, and it stopped me out, which was a good thing. And then I tried again, didn't go. It's okay. After that, we traded Wafu, which was a early morning runner. Didn't get much going after the fact. Wafu, it was kind of ugly. We were pushing. I thought maybe we could get a bounce. It didn't bounce, so that was quick. And then I traded WIMI. WIMI, of course, was a fantastic option, but I obviously didn't get through all that. This is where I traded this morning. I actually got the push here too, and I just wanted it to continue, and it didn't. Should have taken profits here. Didn't lose any money on the trade though. So on to next week. My head was out of the game after yesterday's trading, so peace.